Finally, we get to review this book many weeks after it was launched or published sometime last year. My name is Catherine Mwangi. I know my intro is all over the place. Forgive us, we've been through quite a bit before this show began. But I want to introduce my panel, starting with Miss Mwasia, with a Y. Yes. S-Y. She's very particular with how her name is spelled. Okay. She will tell us a bit about herself as we go along. Then we have Mr. John Mwazemba. Yes, I got that right. The youngest GM of a publishing house. He will tell us which one, I know, of course. And we have this lady who's been teaching us how to pronounce her name. We have very name-sensitive people on this panel today. Her name is Naftali Jayong, and I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to the show. So here we go. The book discussing today is Becoming by Michelle Obama. I start with you. Congratulations on your recent award.
Thank you very much.
Don't be so humble. Why are you pretending to be humble?
I'm enjoying.
Yes. Tell us what it was about.
Well, my name is Lucia Mwasia. I work at the International School of Kenya. I'm admin assistant. Last year in May, I received the East African PA of the Year Award, 2018-2019. So I'm in office until May, and I'll keep doing what I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And John, what have you been up to at Oxford?
Thanks, just publishing. Yes, Oxford is about publishing, nothing else.
Okay, nothing else. So you've just been publishing?
Yeah, publishing.
This year, what is it looking like in that world?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah, new
hey,
books.
John, what is this with one word? You don't want to release the secret?
No, we're publishing local writers. Many of them.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm happy about that.
That's nice. Okay. And Miss Jayong, what have you been up to lately?
A number of things.
Okay.
First, I work at Kids Plus Africa, where we train and mentor young entrepreneurs between 18 and 35 years of age on various platforms, specifically social enterprise.
Yeah.
Then I also do digital receipt transcriptions, and I blog occasionally.
Okay.
Write sometimes.
Nice.
And I also do network marketing, which is something I'm exploring through Longreach recently.
Okay.
I'm also passionate about girls and women,
Okay.
which is an area I've worked in for a while now.
So with your background in law, how does that help everything that you have just said?
Well, I was hoping you wouldn't mention the law part.
You're hoping I wouldn't mention it.
But interestingly, I'm just one of those people who have studied one thing but ended up having found themselves in a different field. So I found myself mostly in the community and working with people, leadership spaces,
Yes.
and mentorship. But I get to use a bit of my legal background once a while. It comes in handy. Yes.
Good stuff. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we discussed Becoming. Let me hear your thoughts, John. Overall, is it a book I'm sure you love it. You already said you pledged your loyalty and love to this book.
Yes, I did, but I wanted to read like a critic, so I wanted to separate between the character, the person
Yes.
who I like.
Okay.
That's Michelle.
Yes.
I don't think anybody does not like an Obama. Maybe very few people. But also I wanted to look at the book. So in terms of the book, there's a few disappointments.
Okay. That's a good place to start. What disappointed you?
Is that I think I wondered whether at some point is it a biography of Barack Obama or of Michelle Obama? Yeah. Okay. I know when people get married, we become one, but it just swallowed up completely. I think when Barack appears, and as I think she explains, he was like this whirlwind, you know, just swallowed her. So I think she just disappears.
Really?
Kinda.
Lucia. Lucia?
Yes.
You were not disappointed?
No, not at all. There are bits of it that quite didn't go well with me. I like the book. Generally, I did love the book. And the first part of it, about now becoming Michelle Obama, the first part of the book, because the book is divided into three bits. The first part was, it went on and on. It took so long. It went on and on about her talking about herself and all. I would feel like flipping just through the pages. I want to get to the meat of the book.
Yes.
You know, that bit took quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, in general, I love the book.
Okay.
Yeah, I did love it.
So the only disappointing thing was where she was going on and on and on.
No. I felt it went on too long.
Yeah.
It's her memoir. She was talking about herself, but I thought that went too long.
Okay.
Or maybe my anticipation was higher. I really wanted to get to the book.
She was looking for Obama. You look at the
Barack.
side. Now you are looking for Barack.
No. Actually, when I really wanted to know who Michelle is.
Okay.
You know, from being the first lady, now Michelle as Michelle, the lady Michelle. But I think she spoke too much about herself in the first section. Okay,
That was becoming me, right? It was the becoming me section. Yeah.
Yeah, she went on and on and on, like almost repeating, almost like saying, okay.
Yeah.
It went too long. It was good she spoke about herself, but I think that bit was too long.
It was too stretched. Like it
Yeah.
should have been like maybe 5 pages.
5 chapters.
Pages.
Not pages, not pages.
Okay. Jayon?
I love it.
Okay.
I've loved the entire book
You love the entire book.
so
Okay.
far.
Wow.
Very good. Precisely maybe because I relate to it, especially the first 2 parts.
Okay.
My background basically, coming from a space where my parents have been in the public spaces for a while. So I relate to her fear and probably what her children may be going through, being thrown in the public spaces and not having your space and getting to a place where your life is literally everyone else's talk. And then initially it was very good that I got to see her, because when they were running for the campaign, I didn't get to see her as who she is. And I didn't follow so much of what everyone was writing. I needed to know who she was as a person. So through the book I got to see Michelle as Michelle herself, and I like the fact that she was able to bring herself as a person and bring it home, like very human. You're not seeing Michelle, the wife of so and so. On the other side here, you'd look at Michelle and you'd be thinking as Michelle as Obama's wife. She is always, you know, the Obama's wife. You don't get to know who she is as a person, what she has done and what she has achieved as a person. But through the book, she was able to sincerely and honestly bring it home, that she would say about her, you know, her great auntie. She would talk about her parents, she would talk about her family, the friends, and where she'd grown up. And for me, that related very closely, especially when she talked about health issues, which are things that I have been concerned about so much about this country. Her friend passing on from cancer, my mom passed on from cancer last year in October. So if you relate to those stories, it was a mixture of entire emotions. She has a way of bringing out your emotions if you relate to it. If you want to cry, you would cry. If you want to laugh, you'd laugh, and you just find the whole book funny. If for you it's funny, for me I found it very funny. And just the way she could tell her story. And it's almost like reading yourself from someone else's, you know, viewpoint. So far I have found the book to be very good.
Wow.
The
You
difficult
almost want to
part.
clap for her.
The difficult part, I think now when the politics come in, how do you separate your public life from your personal life? Something has to stop at some point. So I think the major text was how well she was able to protect her family at all costs, because, you know, eventually something has to go. So what takes the day? Would it be your family that you would be sacrificing for the public, or would it be the public for your family? So then if there's anyone else in politics out there, I think this is a book that they should particularly take, especially I think women in politics. I think they have their own unique challenges as opposed to the men. Men just seem to be out there and take it. But as a woman, there's you in the political space or in the public space, and there's you being the mother, there's you being the wife, there's you being the everything else, and everyone expects that you will be balanced. But eventually she was still a person, and even when Obama came into picture, you could still see that this was Michelle. She didn't become anything lesser than she was. And even after she left, you know, the White House, we still saw Michelle. You can actually tell, you know, this is a person I could sit down with and have a cup of tea or whatever else and let us talk between each other without her title. There was never her title for me in the book. It was just who she was, and that's what she fought for all the way through.
Hey. Well, I think you really, really, really love Michelle. I think you went into the book not expecting anything negative.
At all. No, personally, I did not expect anything. I did not know who she was. I just know she was the first lady. But then there was this part was like...
At least it should have been something, at least you're like over here, you know, but it's just, all of it is rose-colored, totally rose-colored. I'm like, where, who paid you to get here? But I like John, I think I went into it obviously with expectations, I think like you do when you're getting into a book, but I was terribly disappointed, exceedingly disappointed.
Terribly? Oh.
And exceedingly disappointed. And
Tell us, I'm listening.
You're listening. No, because I think it was, and yes, it's her memoir, so she has every right to talk about herself, write about herself, but I think it was a bit too much. And I also think she was trying to show us that she is the, you know, in case we didn't know, yet we did because we observed over a period of 8 years. But it's like she was trying to let us know if it were not for her, there would be no Obama. Obama, you know, the Obama with the president. That would never have happened. There was a lot of, I think, it's because of me that this boy you all like became president. That's what I saw, I felt. I also felt she was really trying to make us believe how she came from this really poor background. So this south side, you know, it just came. And then you look at the pictures of that house, you're like, but we live in this home here in Kenya, it's not that bad.
But that's just Kenya. That's just in
yeah, but even comparing to America.
To her life, that was really small.
No, that's not even American ghetto.
No, like what she said, according to her. You see, everybody has their own standards. According to her, she thought they lived with their auntie upstairs, they were here, and they had prayed. And the mother and the father.
But have you even read the reviews, the critical reviews of that book, where now the people who grew up in poverty in America, like she's joking, like she's playing. She actually thinks that where she grew up was bad. So her own community has, you know, given backlash to just that whole thing of regurgitating, you know, we only had this. So she tries to paint this picture of how poor or how they just barely survived. Or how maybe the parents try to cover for, she uses this word a lot, sacrificial.
Sacrificial, yes.
Yeah.
But I think any parent will be sacrificial at the end of the day.
And that's my point. That's my point. Yeah. Does your mother keep singing, oh, what you know? I denied myself college.
But at the end of the day, everybody wants to be at a better place eventually. And for her, it's a matter of her own perception. She didn't feel like she was where she wanted to be. She would have been a better place, and that's what she worked for. And personally, I appreciated that.
And the way she said it in the book.
And it will never, you see, from your background will never be my background. I could come back and tell my story now. For me, it may be the worst thing ever. But for you, be thinking, are you sure that
you're
will be the
missing
last
my
thing?
point. My point is, it was a song. It was a song throughout. We had to keep hearing those things she kept repeating in the book.
For her, it sounded like a very small house. But what I took from the book is that despite all that and what kind of life she lived, not bad, but you know, like below standard, like the way she presented it in the book.
Yes.
It's just that she made the best out of it. She didn't dwell on the negative bit of, oh, my house was small, and then now the story ended up like, oh, she went down because she didn't get like less privileged. No. She made the best of her life. Despite this.
No, she celebrates that they had very good moments in that house.
Yes, they did.
Yes, she celebrates that. My point is, she has contorted the minds of those who love her into thinking that she grew up in this less than savory circumstance.
What would have expected her to do?
What would I have? No, not to keep singing it. Just say Southside once in the book. I've remembered you grew up in Chicago, the Southside. End of story. But not, I went to Princeton. Oh, for a girl from the South Side to go to Princeton. Oh, I went to Harvard. For a girl from her.
It was big.
It's those things we had issues with, repetitiveness. I'm actually even your point where she kept repeating things.
She kept saying that. Yes,
that for me, I'm like, why are you trying to show us that you grew up like the rest of, you know, Black America, for example? We know you came from the South Side. We don't know what that looks like, but surely it's a song. John, don't you agree?
Yeah, where I agree with you, I think, is the issue of, and I think it's irony in the sense that there's a time when she had to make a decision whether Barack should run or not. Okay, she's really dwelt on that. It's like the whole world was resting on her.
Yes.
I think that one, and she really dwelt on.
She plucked that arrow.
But I understand because it's true that I think from the other books I've read, Barack wouldn't have run had she said no.
True. I agree.
Yeah.
But those books you have read.
So it's just.
Did Barack keep singing the way it is Michelle, please, please bow down to Michelle? She said yes.
No,
that's my point.
This is about to come out. Let's not judge. But you know, the thing is, I think they did the best. Obama did the best to, I mean, Michelle, it was good that Michelle told the world that Obama had to consult with her before making those decisions. Because one, they would have affected her life. All the decisions he made affected her life and her kids. So it was good for her to just say that he had to consult with me. That's what a normal couple does.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect my husband to go and take office.
We
and
agree.
I'm supposed to go along in his shadow.
We agree.
It's good to talk about these things at home.
We agree.
Yeah.
But you talk about them for 6 months, which is how it felt reading this book.
But I mean, this is presidency. This is public office. You don't think that's likely?
It was to make us understand. People, you don't get it.
Ask. Obama wrote a book and said, I am getting into office without consulting my wife. The women would have taken it up with him. Like, how dare he? How can he do that? He
No.
consulted the wife. Yes, but now since it's the woman writing the book, everybody's like, no, she's talking too much about it.
He's always been a family man. At least they have always, you know, presented themselves as this really great couple, great family. They adore their kids.
But even the big couples, great couples, the ideal couple, they make mistakes. Like, for example, when he used to come home late, she was depressed about it.
No, don't divert from the point. No. Those are the points
talking
you're
about the
bringing.
family being really
it's just
amazing.
that, yeah,
but
it's
she
a
was
family
really
thing.
honest about it.
No,
This is
she
something
was.
I really appreciated in the book.
The issue I have is the tonality. And that's what I need to dig in. Don't give me couples that we have to discuss before we do things. Those are normal things. Couples discuss. Normal couples
It
discuss.
take a long time to discuss.
Sorry?
It really take a long time for you to actually come
Yeah,
to that
but
decision.
the tone, there's a tone in that book that I
made
do
you
not
realize-
understand.
I understand
Like she
because
told
what
in
is
America,
really
you
at
can't
stake
say this.
eventually.
Is that
Sorry?
right?
What's
What's at
Who am I
stake?
listening to?
We are both on fire.
Do you feel like she kept America waiting? Like, I had to make this decision?
No, America didn't even know Barack is running. It's just their small community of family and friends.
Yeah.
My point is, the tone in this book is, first of all, even from the get-go, yes, we see her painting this picture of how she worked hard, and yes, she got into all these Ivy League schools, well done, you know, but yes, like you said, she really stretched some bits. You're like, okay, Michelle, come on, we're already on that point.
No, I think,
Yeah.
I think for me, it's her personality. She even says that she has a power walk, you know. That's how she grew up. She grew up, I think she was powerful. The parents gave her that room, which is very good.
Yes.
I would like my daughter to
Yes.
be that powerful.
Yes.
Yeah, to talk to somebody and that they just
Yeah.
shrink, you know. She's the kind of person who can, you know, sit. She's even walking. She says that Obama has this lazy Hawaiian walk, and her she has this power walk.
Yes.
So I think she's just powerful. Yeah, which is a good
see,
thing. That's the tone.
there's-
That's the tone.
That's the tone. No,
Yeah.
no, it's,
She just-
I wish,
It's her
this word,
personality. She
Entitled.
is a force to
She's not-
reckon
no,
with.
she's not
Steps
entitled.
she's
in
no
that
force
space
to reckon
and
with. She's just
You see
Entitled.
that in the book.
Entitled. Entitled
That,
is the one.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. There's a sense of entitlement. That's what I was looking for with her. It's there. No, it's there. So first, already it's glorious enough. It's the first black couple in the White House, okay? That, I mean, even anyone in the world respects that. So her book coming out was a revelation of what was this journey like. And yes, we got to see what that journey was like, but especially in the White House, I didn't feel like you really like dug deep. You tried to just give us what you felt was safe for us to know. That was my take. John?
In the White House.
I think my challenge with the book when Obama appears is that she recedes completely.
Is
I
it?
don't see her much when Obama appears. She tells us more about Obama.
No, but
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Remember-
So I really enjoyed the first bit,
first two.
the first
In
yes,
college
the first
and
two
her working.
and all that because I was really interacting with her. I'm seeing her, but when Obama appears, he just upset, you know, everything.
But remember, even when Obama appears, she praises herself. And let me tell you how. Remember, Obama went to work at her firm, her law firm. He started as an intern.
Yes.
Yes? It was those ones of, you know, this boy, like, now,
true.
he used to report to
But
her.
it was true.
You know, the way it was said, again, you guys are not, you know, getting my point. It is
I
the
mean,
way
if someone has been assigned to you as a boss, what else would
there's
what
a way
do
I
you
just
expect?
say it, you know, like, yeah, so this person has come, they're under me, yeah, good, we move on, this is their work. But now,
Catherine, that's just the way she is. She doesn't have to write it the way we want her to write it. She was just putting a
Which
story
is why my
to her.
expectation was I think, affected, because looking at her, I only know her from the 8 years, what she allowed us to see. Okay, like anyone else anyway, 8 years.
Yes.
So in 8 years, I formed an opinion. Strong black woman, supportive wife, no nonsense. Everyone is attacking her, but you know, she's holding her own. You know, so I like those attributes about her.
Some people think she's a man.
Yeah, you know, she was abused a lot, a lot, you
She's
know.
angry black
She
woman.
took in a lot.
Yeah.
So even her kids going to school. So 8 years, I formed an opinion. Then I come in and read this book, and I'm like, oh my God, come on, girl. Like, seriously. Okay, fine. Hats off. You know, you went to this school, they understand your background, you're a lawyer. Yeah, fine, you have to give the man permission to be president, who cares? But now, the thing is, where is that gentle woman I thought I saw? Where is that vulnerable woman? The way she would look at Obama, you know those shots where everyone used to say goals, relationship goals.
Yeah.
Where is that vulnerability in the book? Do you see it? Is she vulnerable?
Yeah, there's some things that she went through as a woman
Maybe.
that made her very vulnerable, like not per se, not with Obama per se, as in like taking pictures and all, but there's some parts in the book where she's talking about, like when she had a miscarriage, and then, you know, when she had problems conceiving and all. That really was really open, and I thought, you know, like almost a year, she's really brought it out, and we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
She empowered women, because most of these things are not talked about. We don't talk
Yeah.
about these things,
Yeah.
fertility and struggles in conceiving, and
Yeah.
all. We don't talk. Even when women get, you know, a miscarriage, if you have a miscarriage, people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's just put under the carpet, and nobody should know. Even I was pregnant, and you know, it just go, unless it's when people saw it.
Yeah.
There's just something about that I thought that was very vulnerable. And also when she talked about her dad, the day she visited her dad, and then the dad died the following morning.
And her friend as well.
I thought, oh my goodness, she's not so bad.
Yeah.
You're trying to think.
I'm not painting her as bad.
Yeah, you're painting her as being like,
I'm
just
No,
saying good things
yeah.
about herself. But there are points where she's talking about being a mother, just being a human being. She's human. She's gone through the struggles. She even went for therapy.
Are you in her
With her husband. No. She went for therapy with her husband.
Yeah,
When
because
you
they
look at
wanted
her,
to save the marriage.
Listen, me being a woman, when I used to see them, like in the 8 years, I used to think, oh my God, relationship goals. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I almost
But
want
this
to
guy
tell my
needed
husband,
to
look
go
at
to
me like the way Obama is looking at
Yeah.
Obama, you know? But you later come to learn that they went through therapy because
They went through it before White House.
Yes,
Before.
like you know, when I saw her, I didn't imagine that bit until she
Ah.
talked about it. No, I knew about the therapy.
True.
But I think
Yes.
the issue is, which Catherine is raising, is that you saw this vulnerable woman who is loving,
Yeah.
and all these casting glances and all that. But
Yeah.
in the book, that is
Yeah.
not there. In the book is this hardened woman, this tough woman who moves from this place to that place.
That's my point.
You know, who is, you know.
Where is
yeah,
that, you know,
almost
feminine,
stone-wall. That's
the
why she's-
feminine person I
yes.
saw during the
Yeah.
8 years? Where
Yeah.
is she?
Is
She's
there a
not there.
problem with a woman being that?
No. No, but
Yes,
again,
you-
I just
listen,
want to say
8
that
years
it's
I
not
saw
to
this
do
woman.
that.
8 years I saw this woman whom everyone loved. I mean, who didn't love
Yeah, we
Michelle?
love her.
But I
Some
guess
people
this is
love
the point
Michelle
of
more
the
than the
book.
husband.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
of
she
course.
made the husband look good. But now reading the book, I wanted now that love to be quadrupled.